Satnam. Today we're going to do 2 meditations for rejuvenation. So let's rub our hands together, get some heat in the palms. And there's so many nerve endings on the hands and the feet. So that's why it's very, very good to rub them together. A little bit of a rub. Press your palms together. Put some pressure there. The forearms are at a parallel angle to the floor. Elbows are 90 degrees. Press the thumbs to the sternum. Roll the shoulders up and down. Chin goes in. And today we're going to do some really spacey meditations. We're just going to do a short segment, 2 different meditations. And this is going to allow yourself to let go of a lot of stress, let go of a lot of dense, stuck, stagnant energy. If you're feeling a bit negative, you're going to purify and open your energy centers. So it's a great thing to do before bed. You can do it in the morning if you want, but if you want to put like a doggy on these 2 meditations to do before bed, that's a great idea. So let's inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Chin lock comes in, chin's in a little bit, belly's relaxed. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. One more, inhale deeply. And exhale. So we're going to work on the glandular system and it's going to make you spacey. So no driving directly after this. Give yourself plenty of time to reground yourself. Let's tune in with the mantra Om Namo Guru Dev Namo to open the space up. Inhale to vibrate. Om. Om. Inhale deeply. Now to pull the Kundalini energy up, you need to squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly button in and up, chin in, look up. And slowly release the locks. So that means the belly, the breath, the hands down. Inhale. Exhale. Let's start by doing some shoulder shrugs. So we'll just do a few warm-ups. Squeeze the shoulders up. and drop them down. Inhale up, exhale down. Sat, Nam. So as you are breathing and moving, breathe through the nose. You need to chant Sat, so vibrate Sat in the brain, vibrate Nam in the brain. This is a game changer. So if you've been practicing for a while and you're not vibrating Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, as you're doing the practices, as you're breathing, that's where you need to start to go. You need to start to vibrate the mantra. It could be any mantra, but we usually just use Sat Nam. It's the most easiest basic mantra. We're just going to get the energy flowing through all the channels so that we can do these powerful meditations before we tune out. So it's a short segment to get the body moving and just do a few last deep breaths. Squeeze them up. Inhale deeply. Pull the locks in and up. Chin in, squeezing up. And exhale the breath, the locks out. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do some Sufi grind. So inhale forward, exhale back. So breathe through the nose as you go forward. Exhale through the nose as you go back. And again, you're chanting Sat Nam in the brain. Do it. If you haven't been doing it, it is a game changer. And you'll notice, this is such an easy one, so enjoy it. You'll notice as you're in life, and this is what we're aiming for, you're walking down the road, you're driving your car, you're washing your hair, you're in the bath, you're whatever, you're meandering around, instead of looping into, you know, oh my gosh, I didn't pay the bill, the thingy didn't, they didn't call back, what about so-and-so, oh my gosh, my ex-boyfriend, like all this neurosis playing out, it will shift. You'll become aware of that going on and you'll notice, you'll start to just go, oh, what mantra can I chant? This is what happens to a lot of us practitioners, you know, like in the morning, you're in the cold shower and it's like, oh my gosh, it's like the worst thing. Let's change direction, inhale forward. And maybe you're very negative. Maybe you're just like totally hating life at that moment and your, you know, negativity is coming up. And then you catch it and you just think, okay, what, you know, maybe you'll start playing a mantra on your phone, just blaring it out. Maybe you'll just start to be like, Satanam, Satanam. You'll just start to, it's mindfulness, it's training your mind. We know, let's do a couple more breaths. We know the mind is the ultimate power that we have, because if your mind, if you think of a Snickers bar, your body will salivate, for example, or a Krispy Kreme donut or whatever you love. And that's the power of the mind. Okay, let's inhale deeply. Squeeze in and up. Chin in, pull the energy up, locks coming in and up, belly, pelvic floor, look up. And exhale out. A good thing is to take the socks off. You don't have to, but the energy will just move so much more with the socks off. Bring the big toes together to touch. Bring your hands flat on the floor. And we're going to do some cat-cow, get the spine fully open, stick the butt out, inhale through the nose. Exhale, chin to chest. Keep going as you breathe. You are chanting again in the mind, Sat, which means truth, Nam, which means name. Close your eyes, bring the gaze, bring your drishti, which is your eye gaze, at your third eye, or between the eyebrows. Now, if you want to go faster, if you can go faster, that's what we're aiming for, if you can. But deepen the breath, so don't ever push the posture and shorten the breath. The main thing is actually, well, the first thing is the mantra, so chant Sat Nam, that's actually the most important thing. And the next most important thing is your breath. Then the posture. Keep going, just do a handful more. If you're thinking, like so many people say, I can't meditate. I was hanging out with some friends, having some pizza on Saturday night, and I heard it. I can't meditate. This guy's, he's quite spiritual. He's, doing all this inner work, so this is why we do the yoga. You've got to get the body, the energy moving so that you can actually have a chance to feel comfortable in the body. The energy's flowing. You feel quite relaxed. You feel you can sit. The energy's cleared, and then you can actually go into that etheric space and have an experience. So look up now. Inhale. Squeeze the energy up. And then exhale, chin to chest, all the air out, and squeeze in and up. Inhale, and then just come into child's pose. Open the knees, come down, hands come together. And just rest there for a few breaths. Feel the energy going to your brain and the blood going to your brain. If you suffer from like a lot of mental fatigue, which is what most of us are suffering with because of the phone, you're just exhausted mentally, that's a great one to do, is the cat-cow. And then in the child's pose now, so the blood can go to your brain and refresh all those neurons and all that grey matter. Take one more deep breath in and put your prayer out. Ask Guru Ram Das, ask the lineage, ask Moon, your own lineage of your family, and asking the blessings of Guru Ram Das. He's the 10th Sikh Guru, who was considered the most powerful of the 10 Sikh Gurus. And these practices come from these people who were alive some years ago in northern India, and they were very advanced souls, very strong, very compassionate, very loving, very pure. And the 10th Sikh Guru, his strength was the Anahata chakra, the heart. You could feel the aura, you could feel the purity and the love and the compassion, and that's coming up now. So cross your legs. This is what's needed right now. We're going through really, really dark times on the planet. If you haven't noticed, you have to be living in a cave not to notice there's a lot of pressure, a lot of people going crazy, a lot of people feeling stressed, feeling like they're losing it. It was prophesied at this time that at least 30% of the world would be mentally insane. We think that's actually quite a nice measurement. It's more than 30% if you just see the state of people's minds and how they're behaving. And what we need compassion in action. We need compassion to understand the times. So it's meaning, like, for example, today a lady called me. She saw my car parked where I'm living in Maroubra Beach, and she, I've got it's on my car, and I've got the sanctuary and the phone number, and she called, and she was quite a nice lady, but I think she was ready for maybe some hostility. And she was saying, I didn't park close enough to the driveway, like there could be another car fit in there, and she's quite like stressed about it. And it was funny, like we looked out our apartment window, and I'm saying to my boyfriend, Felipe, like, babe, is my car parked in the wrong place? He's like, no. I'm like, I said, I'm looking out the window, and I just was super compassionate. I wasn't, I was just like, it's fine, I'll go move my car, wasn't bothering me. And then actually we had a good chat. And then she's like, where is your sanctuary? I'm coming, And yeah, just having compassion for where people are at. Things trigger people. People are really short-circuited. They don't have any gap of any kind of anything, like that could have triggered me with saying, no, I'm not moving my car, or because there may be no space. This practice gives you so much space that someone can be, this and that, and then you just don't get, just chatting. Cool, let's talk about it. What's your opinion about this? And I said to her, she said, please don't get offended by my phone call. And I'm like, I'm not offended at all. Like, I do not feel at all offended. So this is the strength that this practice gives you, the ability to hold more, to show up in ways that perhaps you haven't seen yourself show up in, where before you may have been like, oh my God, I'm sorry, and grab the keys, or you may have been like, what are you talking, just reacting in a way other than just like holding space. So that's a little funny example for the sutra that has been prophesized that we need right now. And that's sutra. Sutra means a knot. Sutra means a very deep teaching of a lot of wisdom, a lot of help and support. So you unlock the knot and you see all of this wisdom for the time. And the sutra, there's 4 sutras. One of them is you need compassion. Otherwise, you're going to misunderstand the time. So it means like I could have misunderstood that woman and just had a fight. You could misunderstand. You're just missing on understanding people because of the deep suffering that people are going through, and the nervous system is just fried, and there's no space there for them to have any holding space for you if you did park a bit, like for me, I'm parking a bit away, like from the driveway, so the person, because when you park so close, actually, a lady called me about a month ago and she said, you parked too close to my driveway. So now I'm parking like a little bit, so people can easily get into their driveway. So now I'm getting a call saying you're parking too far away from the driveway that another car can't fit into that space on the road. So I'm just thinking, what do I do? Like, one person's calling me saying you're parking too close to my driveway, another person saying you're not parking close enough to the driveway so that other car can fit in there. So this is just, you see, you just got to just be neutral and be like, okay, great, awesome, like I totally understand it, it's great, I see you just, yeah. And that takes having a strong nervous system and having some space in yourself to not take it personally. It's nothing. And that's the biggest thing, is if it gets really personal and someone's emailing you and attacking you or whatever, to actually just be like, this is this person's negativity, neurosis, trauma, like anger, stuff going on, and they're blurting it out at me. That's what's going on, and I'm just gonna pull away, and I'm just going to just keep in my lane and keep creating. I'm not going to get into that fight mode because that's absolutely destructive. So having compassion, otherwise you're going to misunderstand the times. So let's do these 2 meditations, and this will give us, it is a very special meditation. So be sure to give yourself plenty of time afterwards to recover. Don't go driving anywhere straight after this. And if you push yourself too hard or too fast, with like doing it too long, the nervous system may go out of control. So working mainly, this works on the glandular system. It's very simple, but very powerful. It's going to produce strong and excellent regenerative capabilities. So yeah, we're going to experience the virtue of the breath of life. When do we get to experience the virtue of the breath of life? So let's do it now. We're going to bring our hands together, just like that, the side of the pinkies together, and the hands are just in front of the heart. So just like that. And you're going to have your legs crossed. Inhale deeply through a semi-puckered mouth. So it just means you're just going to, for 4 to 5 seconds, breathe it in, then completely exhale in 4 equal strokes through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath out for 2 to 3 seconds and then keep going. So we're going to inhale deeply through the semi-puckered mouth. And then hold 2, 3, 4, and then completely exhale in 4 strokes through the nose, mentally vibrating sa, ta, na, ma. Inhale deeply through the semi-puckered mouth. Hold for 4 to 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. Completely exhale in 4 strokes. Chanting Satanama, then keep going. Inhale deeply through the semi-puckered mouth. Hold. Then exhale completely. 4 strokes through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and keep going. You want to be sitting with a straight spine. The elbows are against the body. Your fingers are spread apart. And you're just pressing the side of the little fingers together. The eyes are focused at the tip of the nose. So they're open, looking right down, even beyond, deeply into the ground, looking right down. And just keep going. Inhale deeply. Squeeze the energy up. And exhale, relax the hands down and just shake the body, move the body. See how you feel you want to move it. Breathe deeply. That's for rejuvenation, that meditation. See how you feel. You feel a little bit rejuvenated. That was 11 minutes, so you can do it for 11 minutes. And it says to slowly, if you want to, build up to 31. Don't go over 31 minutes. It's too much for the nervous system. So the last thing I'm going to do is Maha Kama Shambhavi Kriya. Sitting in lotus, if you can get your legs in lotus, the left leg goes over the right thigh, the right foot over the left. If not, just cross your legs, doesn't matter. If possible, if not, you just get comfortable in whatever position with normal cross-legged. Look at the third eye, roll the tongue back and suck it on it. So flip the tongue and just suck on it. You're just pushing the tongue back. It's really weird. You're pushing the tongue backwards, you're sucking on it. Tongue's going backwards into the throat. With a firm chin lock. So chin is in a little bit. Long and deep breathing. Silently chant Sat. As you inhale, chant it up the spine, squeeze your pelvic floor and your belly button, Nam, out the top of the head. So Sat and then Nam, keep going. So looking at the third eye, close the eyes, staring straight through the place between your eyebrows. Roll the tongue back, suck on it, chin is in. Long deep breathing through the nose and just silently vibrate Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. Sat as the energy is going up, you're squeezing your pelvic floor and belly button, on Sat and Nam. On the exhale, the energy is going out of the head. Inhaling Sat, squeezing your pelvic floor, your belly. Nam as it goes out the top of the head. You're going to feel purification. So this purifies and opens your energy centers. So it's really good for control of your breath, pain in your eyes, and it coordinates the energy of your optic nerve. So wherever you look, the energy is going out of your eyes. So literally wherever you focus on mentally or physically with the eyes, your energy goes there. So the optic nerve is to do with your eyes and being able to focus at a specific point. So focus through that third eye. Silently inhaling Sat. The energy goes up and Nam as the energy goes out of the top of your head. And you'll feel by directing the energy up and out of the top of your head, you feel like it's lifting that negativity, it's lifting that brain fog, it's lifting the garbage out of your system. The irritations of your body leave. And it says that we're harnessing the 3 powers of God. It's a really, really powerful meditation with breath and mantra. And we'll just do 1 more minute. Inhale deeply. Squeeze in and up, look up. Exhale, let's rub our hands together. Let's roll the shoulders. Oh, let's tune out, bring your hands together. put some pressure on your hands, because if you have a think about it, Jesus healed with his hands. All of us can heal with our hands, can't we? That's why, you put your hand to your heart, or you give someone a pat on the back, or people in India, they eat the food with their hands. They press it into the power center, a big energy center in the middle of the hand, and then they put it in their mouth because it's charging the food. And when we connect the hands, it connects the brain. So you feel more whole, you feel like, you just feel better, don't you? You feel like, hey, I got it together. Like I'm balanced, I'm steady. I feel more at peace right now. These are very practical tools. Let's tune out just with 3 Satnams. Inhale to vibrate. Truth is my name in Satnam. Inhale. Inhale. And exhale, Satnam. And see how you're feeling. You will feel more rejuvenated, because the first one was rejuvenation meditation, and the next one was a purification. So have a look around. Do you feel a little bit more clear? The brain fog's lifted, the clarity of mind's there, like you just had an ice bath or gone under a waterfall, or you just purified yourself, but you feel like a bit more rejuvenated because all the energy is flowing through your system now. That's 2 great. Love those meditations because they mix breath with mantra. It's not just sitting there and nothing. So you get to do kind of breath work. You get to focus the mind as you're doing it, which makes it a lot easier when we use a sound frequency, when we use a mantra. Mantra means mind wave. So we're getting out of the freaking out mind wave, the stress mind wave, the mind wave of comparing, competing, which is completely toxic. It's binary, it's duality. You're out of the flow state. So we're using these high frequency sounds, as in sa ta na ma, sa ta na ma. For example, sa means sun energy, ma means moon energy, or masculine and feminine energy, or extroverted and inward energy. So we're pulling on these different frequencies and we're transmuting them through the physical structure of the body and around to, as what we just did, to regenerate it and to purify it. So they're 2 very easy tools you can obviously use every day to be that non-reactive person, to laugh while you're under the pressure, to not be competing and comparing, just to be in your own lane. So if you need any support with those, give me a DM. If you have any questions or whatever you want to ask, DM me or pop it in the Facebook group. Our next gathering we're so excited about has men and women in it. This is the sacred temple for men and women, a day intensive of all these practices that I've been using for over a decade, with showing you how to really correctly circulate your sexual energy so that you can really start to connect deeper inside. You can get a massive shift forward, and you can obviously heal with men and women together as well. We have also amazing guest speaker, San Sanchez, a student in Sanctuary TV as well. and an amazing kinesiologist. She'll be giving us a workshop in how to get into the divine feminine, which is the inner child, which is the heart. It's the little kid in us, which is a lot of the time very lonely and very shut down or sad or whatever. We got to learn how to reconnect to that part of ourselves so that we have that freedom, that joy, play, the expressiveness, and even the success. So a lot of the time we're really wanting this, we're wanting that, but we don't feel safe because we haven't connected to the inner child and healed the relationship with the inner child. So important. So if you want to come, send me a DM, please pre-book, because I'm quite sure it's going to sell out. Have a beautiful night, everyone. Thanks for watching. Satnam.